It's beer o'clock on Reload Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Siren Craft Brew and it's a bottle of their Bourbon Milkshake. It's been described as an imperial bourbon milk stout with vanilla. Doesn't that sound fantastic? There's the bottle cap. There's another quick look at the label. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. I'm a big fan of Siren Craft Brew. This just looks and smells delicious. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. Beer in the glass then. Bit of a rigorous pour. The reason why I did that, bourbon barrel aged beers, what I find is they tend, only because of the nature of the beer, they tend to lose the head quite quickly. But to be honest with you, the head on this beer wants to stick around a little while, which is quite impressive. It's a one finger tan coloured head, jet black beer in a glass, 11% ABV. Fantastic looking and sounding beer. Let's get the aroma. This smells what the Swedish gypsy brewers do. You know who? Mr. Yellow Gut. Oh, blimey. To be honest with you, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys now. I am not a bourbon drinker. I'm not a whiskey drinker at all. But when you combine an imperial stout and when you stick it into that barrel, it just changes the beer completely. I respect and I enjoy the bourbon tickle on the end of your nose from the aroma of the beer. It's chocolate, coffee, caramel and vanilla with a touch of oak and bourbon whiskey. Oh, it just smells divine. There's a little bit of fig and plum. And already, I'm gonna say that the beer, well, I can tell by just rocking the beer back and forth that it's gonna have a great mouthfeel. But you can almost smell the thick, rich, dense mouthfeel in the beer. Let's dive in. Cheers. "12-month barrel-aged beer then from Siren Craft Brew. Bourbon Milkshake. Oh. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a fabulous beer. As I'm saying that though, I'm going to mention one thing. It's a touch of a downer, but I'm just going to get it out of the way and then we'll move on to the good things. For me, the beer's too sweet. It's too sweet for my particular palate. But apart from that, let's move on to the good stuff. The bourbon, the chocolate, the coffee, the caramel, the vanilla, the fig, the plum, the prune. Yeah, it's fantastic. You get the oak, you get the bourbon, but I'm just questioning in my mind, why is the beer, why is it a little bit too sweet? What's going on here? Let's have a read. "12 months ago, we set out to brew a big, thick, sweet stout." Oh, there we go. They've mentioned sweet. "With the sole intention of aging in bourbon barrels. We had that arrive in a mixture of George, Dickel Wild Turkey, Four Roses and others. So I've got real no clue on whiskey, so if you guys know this topic, comment, talk about the beer in the description box. Tell me a little bit about bourbon barrel aged whiskies. It hasn't disappointed if you like your stouts with plenty of barrel pickup and residual sweetness. With this one's for you, with a pickup of residual sweetness, that's the one. This one's for you. It's been brewed with Muscovado honey, lactose, hops, yeast and vanilla. So maybe it's the lactose and the honey that's made the beer sweet. That would be my choice is of why the beer is too sweet. Is there's maybe too much lactose and too much honey in the beer. But then again, if you like a sweet stout, a bourbon barrel aged sweet stout, then this one's for you. You'll like it. I'm going to rate it. It looks good in the glass. It smells good. But I'm going to be fair. If you like a sweet stout, go for it. Buy it. You'll love it. You'll love that vanilla. You'll love the chocolate, the coffee, the caramel, the fig, the plum, the prune. Have I mentioned vanilla? The vanilla, the raisin. You know, it goes on. The bourbon barrel aged kind of aspect of the beer. And yeah, you'll love that sweetness. But if you don't like your beer sweet, then this beer may not be for you. It may not be for you. I'm going to rate it. And for my personal rating, for my own, would I buy it again? I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10 from Reload Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.